Hello, hello, people. Hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Friday again.
I did it again.
Seriously, there's so many. Wait, let me just go live on Instagram. There's so many Fridays. How many Fridays have we been doing this for now? Like 4, maybe
Is
3?
this our 4th week?
It might be. Because I know we started a week before the show started. So maybe this is... No, it might be a 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Welcome, guys. Welcome to LABRISH. This is where we talk about our favorite reality TV shows. And in particular, we're talking about Love Island All Stars episode 32. And we're going to get right into it. But before we do, allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm all things sugar and shade Sade. Hey. And I'm here with...
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy.
Yes. And guys, make sure you book the like button. Erin was in here bright and early, pre-12, you know. Pre-12. Seriously.
We love Erin. Erin, it's like when you wasn't here, I think maybe 2 days this week, you wasn't on the live with us, and we did speak about it in the morning. It was like, what's happened to Erin? Hopefully she's okay. She's not being snowed in, lost internet connection.
Yeah.
we were worried about you.
Worried. So I hope you're well. Hope everyone is good. We're gonna talk it up today. But before we do, I just want to remind you guys that this Sunday, if you're in London, come down to Box Park in Wembley. We are taking part, and your aunties could never. So it's me, Nana, and Farah, and we're going to be taking part in Dirty Debates. There's a link floating around somewhere. I guess it's going to be in the description box, or
I will put it in there. But it's in our stories at the moment on Your Aunties Could Never on Instagram.
Amazing. Cool. So we're going to be doing that from about 2, I think we're going to be down there. So even before the show, come and say hi, chat to us, whatever. And then we'll be around for the whole duration as well. So it should be fun. Debates, like lots of talking, all that kind of stuff. So it should be cool. Guys. So this episode, oh my God. Oh, wait. Did I tell people to put the like button? I did.
Yes.
Did I tell people to subscribe? Because I should.
Yes.
So subscribe now. Subscribe to Your Aunties Could Never, Nana Evans.com, and Hey Charlie Salami. And share this with like-minded people too. Okay. Hello to Instagram too. Hope you're good. Right. So this episode, there was a lot going on, although it was kind of a dry episode. We had Georgia H and Josh ending their 10-year friendship. We had a lad's day out, and then of course we had videos from home too. What is your one word to sum up the episode? And also as well, sorry, I skipped the people who are in the chat as well.
Okay, so yes, we have Erin, we have Sonia Bali here, we have Ara and Deja and Kaz in the chat. Hello, people. My one word, mate, I think I'm just gonna have to go with dry. So I did find it a bit boring.
Mm-hmm. It was a struggle. It was a bit of a struggle episode. I'm not going to lie. A struggle watch. My one word or 2 words I'm going to say is fake news, because that's what Georgia H seems to be committed to spreading is fake news. Like
that is true. Yeah. Sonia Bali says dramatic. It was. I mean, there was parts to it.
Yeah, there were a few little bits.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start after the Valentine's dates. And the boys and girls, they debrief each other. They split into the different sexes and debrief each other. I was like, why? Why are we doing this? This just seems long, unnecessary. We've just seen what happened. You can tell them when you're getting undressed. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it was just long. So we just had a lot of repetition of stuff they've already said. Do you know what I mean? So Georgia S was saying that she's completely over the moon. She's like super, and I think they cheers for her and Toby being now exclusive. And I think that is the thing that's the question mark. What does exclusive actually mean? Like no one really knows what it means.
Especially at this stage, it's kind of pointless, isn't it? Because no more bombshells. Well, I can't see a bombshell coming in. No more bombshells are going to come in. So why do you need to be exclusive now? Now it really should be you're just boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
So
especially for them two, since they've got so much history and it's so deep. So, do you know what I mean? Seriously. And then we have Toby also saying that obviously that they're locked in. The boys like give it a big cheer. Molly is, she's overcome with emotion actually. Do you know what I mean? Molly's been so sweet. She's like Nelly the dog, made her cry like the stuffed furry animal. She was talking about the words of affirmation. Obviously, that's her love language. And she said like no one has ever done anything like that for her ever. Do you know what I mean? So she's like super, super, super happy. Alpaca was elated with the poem that Adam wrote, and she read it out to them. And
Yes.
I found that so cringy. Like,
you know what? She is cringe.
yeah.
I think we are actually really seeing who she is now. And she is a
Okay.
cringy woman. Yeah, I feel like this is really her. And actually, when she's a bit more cool, calm, and collected, that's a front. This cheesiness is too much. Like she actually is a lot. I couldn't be her friend. She's like, she sucks a lot of energy out of people. I was like, this is really embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah. She definitely, she's clunky with it. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like she's not graceful in any sense of
No.
like, here's
No.
my poem. This is what's written. Do you want me to read it? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna read it. Starts reading.
I don't believe she even asked them.
Yeah, it's true.
Or if anybody asks to be like, I'll read it out. I think she just decided I'm going to read this to you guys.
Yeah, because it's so nice. Adam was definitely kind of like the opposite. Yeah, the poem went down well. Obviously, I didn't go too deep because we just met, essentially. Do you know what I mean? She was like, yeah, sensible approach to it, and it was this early on in the episode, I was just like, is Georgia H drunk? Like, because the way she was acting was weird. She's like, oh, I want to go with the teddy bear. Like, okay, a go? Like, what?
I feel like she was drunk. A bit like, the other night when she kicked off as well, like in the challenge. Like, yeah, it's like a slurry.
Yeah.
And nobody else seems to be there with her. So I'm not sure. It could be medication.
Oh,
I was on the
she's
teeter of
drinking
like,
on medication.
oh no, like some mood stabilizers actually like makes people slur when they first take it. And I was wondering, like, actually, because nobody else seemed to be drinking. So I'm like, unless she's drinking everybody's drink, I don't know if she could get drunk in there. But some medication actually does have that effect. And so people become a little bit slurry and yeah, there was something, but she seems to be on something. I was literally like, this isn't normal.
Yeah.
She's not in control properly. Like
she doesn't seem to be at all, and it was a bit of a. It's just like it's such a switch to how she is sometimes. So it just caught me off guard. Like them showing that little snippet, I was just like, huh, what's going on with her? Is she okay? That's what my first thought is. Are you okay, babe? Do you know what I mean? Sophie was talking about Josh, him being so nervous, and Josh was saying like, oh, no girls ever made me this nervous, so they're being like kind of cute together. Anton talked about his love meditation experience. Yeah, I don't think the guys rate it at all. Like it was really difficult, man. Seriously.
But they don't believe it. Like everybody in there is literally like, okay, Anton.
Yeah, like whatever. So true. Georgia H then starts talking. She did sound drunk to me. I think she was slurring her words. And she was saying how Anton was speaking about, how she felt being there, and he put himself in her shoes, and she had the egg in her hand as well, that yoni. Where's the yoni egg? She's never met a man that can understand how she feels, and it's the best Valentine she's had in her entire life. Wow. Like, wow.
It was a lot.
Seriously.
Again, all we heard from her was, he's just giving me everything. And I want somebody to ask her, and what did you do for Anton?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Daily Dio says it was really hard to watch. These white women have such shallow conversations. It's actually painful. So much fake shit going on. It's like multiple Olivias from season 9. Hold the nail on the head.
Honestly, it was hard. This episode was a hard freaking watch. It was difficult
Sonia
because, like,
Barley,
for real.
precisely the most vapid and uninteresting discussions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly. But it didn't stop Molly getting teary. She was teary. She started crying. Do you know what I mean? Jess talks about the cake that she got from Callie and the dog. She also got a dog.
Yeah.
Flowers, and him saying that this is the happiest he's been in the villa. Do you know what I mean?
Face.
Yeah.
Georgia S is making me laugh.
Good. She's such a hater. She's so jealous. She's so jealous.
She blatantly looked up like, yeah, right.
Like me. What about me? And she's saying that she's shocked she didn't expect it. And Callum's just like, look, we're just going from strength to strength. We haven't had a bad spell. We couldn't have a bad spell, actually. We get on so well. Yeah. The boys, they do a bit of a cheers for how things went. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they done a bit of a cheers. It was a bit of a weird moment, actually. I was just like, what are you really cheersing?
Probably that they pulled it off, innit?
Yeah,
that,
true. Patting themselves on the back.
Yeah, and they found teddy bears and,
Yeah. I did hope, though, do you know what? Because the last time we saw cuddly bears on Love Island, it was on Love Island Games, and it turned into a massacre. And there was a part of me that was freaking, I wonder if there's something in it. But no.
They're going to be like, open up your teddy bears.
Yeah.
And that person that's got it leaves. That would have been great.
Excellent. It would have been excellent. Alpaca and Molly have a bit of a conversation, and they're talking about Tom. She's just like, I can't see any fault in Tom. He's so nice. Do you know what I mean? And actually, don't tell him this, but I'm catching some feelings. I've been catching feelings for a little while. I'm not going to tell him, though. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Alpaca's just like, well, what about Callie? Like, how do you feel about him? Because I noticed you were quiet when Jess was talking. And Molly's like, no. I was just quiet because I was emotional about Georgia H's thing. She was upset and she's had such a shit time with men on the outside. And Anton is actually literally giving her everything that she deserves, Quite a cute conversation.
That was. Yeah. I'd say that was probably... I mean, we know that Molly is a really nice girl anyway, and I genuinely did believe her. Like, you know that this girl's suffering. Yeah. Has suffered, and you just want the best for her. But the truth of the matter is, she is using Anton. But Anton is classically a band-aid. Yeah. And he's going to get used once she's strong enough. And I don't like... I've been here before with friends where that next guy is giving everything, but he's not the guy. And in the meantime, you're happy for your friend being spoiled, but it's actually quite wicked because you are using somebody else's energy to replenish your own. It's not a nice thing to do, but yeah, and that's what we're witnessing. So I understood her emotions. I was like, yeah, you're there for your girl. But again, no, what about Anton? He is being used on national television.
The thing is, if he's happy to be used, then that's the thing. It's just like he seems happy to be used because he knows that the payoff will work in his favor. That's the thing. I'm like with Josh. Like, I think like Anton knows exactly what he's doing. He didn't have any choices. This makes sense. So he'll do whatever it takes to make sure that this thing is. Do you know what I mean? So
Kaz said those tears were for Callum.
That's hilarious. Seriously. But yeah, it was it is bad what's happening to Anton. So then we get to Josh and Georgia H's conversation. Georgia H, again, in my opinion, she seemed drunk to me. She seemed intoxicated in some sort of way. Like she was really trying so hard to keep that posture up as possible and keep, do you know what I mean? Like hold herself together for this moment. Yeah. She's basically saying to Josh, like, look, like you've given so much negative opinions about my couple. Josh is just like, listen, that's my honest opinion. Like as a friend, would you not expect me to give my honest opinion? Do you know what I mean? I thought I was being a good friend by doing that. And like George H is just saying like, we've been friends for 10 years, and you know, she said, I would have thought that you would be happy for me, support me, and not tear my relationship down. And like, you know, if you do that, then you're doing it for some sort of benefit. He's like, what benefit? Even me, I'm thinking, what benefit? What do you think this is? What do you actually think this is? You know, and her conclusion was just like, oh yeah, you'd rather knock us down a peg. Like, why? Why would he do that? I don't get it. Like, I don't, like, he's like, what am I going to gain from that? Like, her thought process is not making sense.
Exactly.
It really isn't. What this seems like is negative self-talk, like verbalized. This is what it seems like to me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, like, why does he need to bring you down a peg? Do you believe that you should be brought down a peg because, in fact, that you know that your relationship isn't real, so you should humble yourself and just think, what?
It is exactly that. She knows I'm doing a fuckeries. And Josh is the only one that has had the front to tell her, like, we can all see through this.
Yeah.
So she has to spin it in some way, and it is like, you're wrong, and the girls around you are actually being idiots as well for not telling you, like, Georgia, let this go properly. Like, you're actually wrong. You're wrong in this moment. And so he's been trying to help her, actually, like, calm down and keep it pushing, because you're not doing yourselves any favors. Everybody needs to do that, but it's Abacus. I'm telling you, Abacus is like, she's such a snake.
She is the worst. But I do think that he's trying to help her by saying, like, don't get caught up also, because Anton still has his own agenda. Like, and she's missing that point completely. Do you know what I mean? Like, she really is.
And that is fair. That is fair. That is very, very true. He isn't a stupid man. He's going to feel I'm doing everything. He knows what he's pandering to. Definitely. That is very true. That is very true. And actually, in telling her that, it's like, by you not giving him anything, you're going to come off of the villain. But she's decided, Josh,
you're out to get me. Because I was just like, where are you going? Like, because this guy's not on you, you know? So I don't know where you going with this.
I was almost thinking, does she think that Josh is saying something because he likes her?
Yeah, like,
that's what she hopes.
That's what she hopes. That's what she hopes. You know what I mean? And it's just like, then she starts going into, like, you know what? Like, when you was around the when we was around the fire pit, you should have taken that opportunity to say and call out who was lying. I was thinking, is she okay? Is she okay? She said he ran across the villa like Usain Bolt. I just thought, this woman is taking the piss. This is a setup. This is out of order. Because the thing is, it's like, not 2 days ago, was you not asked? Did Josh not ask you who said the thing that you're referring to? And you said, I am not at liberty to say. Did you not say that? Josh even said, I know it's Anton. You still stood on what you stood on. So
I'm not saying they can say if they want to. I'm not saying. She literally said those words.
She literally said that. You're taking a piss. So you have your standard and you're holding him by a different standard. Why? Like, that's taking the piss. I just can't. She's ridiculous in this moment. Her argument did not stand. She's not living by her own expectations either. Like, no, not on it.
But the level of I don't care on Josh's face was so dramatic that she was even carrying on talking. I was like, chick, I would have just ended it. He doesn't even look phased. Like, he's just looking at me like, okay.
Yeah, because he was like, I'm not going to win. And also, I do believe that he understood what was happening. He knows that this is a setup. He knows what's happening now. Do you know what I mean?
I think he knows her. Like, probably, even in the same way she said, like, you know, from summer she had blocked him and everything. I think they have had this dalliance a few times.
Yeah.
And he knows she is delusional.
Yeah.
So she'll just make up whatever and stick by that and be like, I'm not talking to you anymore. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, to be fair, he didn't even come in there being like, I want to talk to you. She was the one that was excited.
Exactly. running and jumping on man.
Yeah,
That's what you're doing, like ridiculous. I was just like, she needs to reduce this all the way down because it's thingy. And he left her. He literally left her. That it's like, okay, cool. You know what? If you don't want to hear me, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're saying that we're not friends, our friendship is done. Romeo done. Like, if it's done, okay, cool. I wish you all the best with Anton. Do you know what I mean? I wish you all the best. He gets up and leaves. She's sitting there just staring into the abyss.
I know the way she was like, I was thinking,
drunk, man.
Is there like somebody there, like being like, stay there, stay there, stay there?
Keep the shot.
It was so weird.
Very, very weird. Very, very weird. Anyone saying anything?
Sonia Barley just said Josh's eyes looked less scary for some reason. I have noticed that in the evenings they're not as piercing. I think it's the sun really goes into them. Daily Dio says Josh and Sophie are the Kai and Sanam of this villa, just over it all. Yeah, it's true. They
are. They actually are. They actually are. Seriously. Yes, Gilda.
Her chakras are leading her the wrong way. Gilda, for real, for real. I don't know what work she's been doing with her chakras. I don't know. I don't know,
mate.
All we can think is maybe if she wasn't meditating, how crazier would she be? I don't know. Maybe it calms her down a bit.
That's a good point.
That's
a good point.
Yeah, she's gone. So I don't know. Maybe it's helped. Maybe her friends would say, actually, she was really, really crazy before.
This is good for her.
Yeah.
Because when she was getting up and doing the demonstration, I was just like, oh no, she's unhinged. Yeah. Like, because the way she was moving was just like some scarecrow. Like, I was just like, why is your body movements like this? It's not. I didn't like it.
But what was she wearing?
Oh.
I was like, is that outfit again for a challenge? Like, this looks like you just look crazy.
Yeah,
you look crazy and you do look drunk. Like, there's what is going on. Like, she's been set up. I don't know. But I was going through some forums and seeing comments, and it really did seem quite 50-50 with people being like, no, I understand what Georgia H is saying, and and other people just being like, are you guys mad? Like, she's got the wrong end of the stick. This is not the way forward. Like, so I don't know.
Ooh.
People are a bit mad.
Yes, it was
madness.
Absolutely. So it's bedtime. Obviously they go to bed. Josh updates Sophie on the Georgia H conversation so she knows what's going on. Anton is just completely loved up. There's love in the air as far as he is concerned. He's very, very, very upbeat. In the morning, you know, Anton's still on the same vibe. It's like, that was the best night in here. I was just thinking, wow, what about Craig?
I feel like he may have got something. Like,
you think?
I think yeah, he seemed to be so upbeat. I think maybe she did a little tug, like maybe something happened.
Not a little tug. But yeah, he was best night ever, in his opinion. Best night ever. Molly was also saying the thing. Josh also was saying that the love is in the air. In the kitchen, while making coffees, I suspect Josh tells Anton about the conversation he did have with Georgia H. Anton seemed like he had no clue, like he didn't need to know. And I don't know whether he was acting, but he really seemed like, what? Like, really? Like
when did that happen? And she told me nothing about it. Yeah.
I
believed him because Anton is usually quite upfront. He would be like, yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
But he did genuinely seem like, when did that take place?
So yeah, it's not all as well. In the morning chat, oh God, again, dry, just a bit of the same type of thing. Alpaca is just saying that she's happy she's found her person. Georgia S talking about being exclusive, best day ever. Georgia H basically was saying that that was the best Valentine she's had in her whole entire life, but she had a row with Josh afterwards. And I think it was that point I was just like, oh my God, yeah, this cast is not for me, because I don't even use row as a word in my I have not heard that for years. For actual years. What the fuck? What am I watching? But yeah, I was
it
just
was
like,
about the same moment. I think that was maybe like 20 minutes in. I
mm,
too was sitting there watching them like, oh
this
my
is
God, this needs to end today.
yeah, seriously. But she's, she's saying that she's frustrated because him and Sophie, bringing Sophie into it, are saying that people are saying stuff, but not really saying who it is. And it's very immature. Again, I go back to the game. Is this not the same thing that you done as well? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is wrong with you? Josh is basically saying, talking about George H as well, just saying that, talking about what happened at the fire pit and, her wanting him to drop people's name in it. He's like, I've got no time for that. I'm just going to remove myself, and if she wants to be like that, I don't want to be her friend anyway. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just like, were y'all friends or were you fuck buddies? Which one was it? Like, do you know what I mean? Because this is not this kind of expectation or level of like what do you call it, loyalty that you want from this friend. Yeah, it's not. I don't know.
No,
I don't know. I'm not.
I don't know where this whole thing of they were like deep friends has come from, because that wasn't sold to us a few weeks ago. It was literally like they used to sleep with each other on and off, and they've been to various of the same trips that the Love Islanders go on. That seemed to be it. So this deep friendship, I don't know.
It seems so suspect. And it's just like, if he's been your deep friend for 10 years, you're telling me he doesn't know that you would prefer to live in a bubble? Like, I don't get that. Do you know what I mean? Like, my friends would know if like my guy is doing something mad. I want to know. I don't tell me. Like, they know that. Like, do you know what I mean? They absolutely. You can't. So you don't know your friend. You're not friends.
They're not. And this whole we've known each other 10 years thing as well. I was like, I just don't believe it.
This
seems
what?
new. It seems like a new added lump on to be added in there.
Sorry.
Shantae Rose says GH attaches herself to people in whatever way she can. Yeah. Yeah, she does. She values people's opinions way too much.
Way too much. Yeah. That was shown later on. I was like, are you all right? So yeah, they get a text. Josh again reading out the text. So strange. And it's a lad's day out, so all the guys get to go out of the villa for a day. I don't know if anyone noticed Tom's shirt, but I can't lie, it bothered me. And I thought, like, what is the problem? Me? I don't know. Because he was wearing a shirt and there was like a black figure on the front and the back. And I'm just like,
I didn't notice.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I don't know why, but you know when you get that
black figure, like not just black, but as in a black person.
A black man. It was a black
really?
man. It was a
I would usually notice things like that.
I should have screenshotted it, but I was just like, what is all this? Don't know. But I might be reaching it anyway. Anton basically ran and jumped onto Tom. Do you know what I mean? I was just like, this shows how you're a smaller human.
And the thing is, he held him quite securely.
He did, like a baby. You know when you're like about to back a baby? Yeah, he was on the side. He was on the side. Oh, man. I don't know. Maybe she thinks that's sexy. I don't think that's sexy at all. But I was just like, oh, Tommy's strong, though. That was my takeaway from that. Tommy's strong. Yeah, Georgia H was just forcing it with Anton as far as I'm concerned. She's like, oh, you look so good, babe. Does he? Don't know. He looks like he normally looks. But yeah, so the girls are left in the villa. They kind of split them. There's only 6 of them, so they split them 3-3. Georgia H, Jess, and Georgia S are chatting. And Georgia H is basically banging on again about Josh again. Do you know what I mean? And she's talking about, she should have stayed calmer in their conversation. Do you know what I mean? Like, she wants him to, like, it was best that he didn't say anything because it's spinning around in her head. And, like, she really feels he's letting her down as a friend. obviously Molly, Sophie, and Alpaca can overhear this, and Molly's just like, she talk about Josh, and Sophie's just like, yeah, probably, because this must happen all the time.
Yeah.
And Sophie's just like, look, I can't be bothered to talk about it anymore. It's boring. Actually, she said it's fucking boring. That's what she said. And then in the background, you hear Georgia S start shouting. She was literally shouting, saying that, you know, she had to gather people on the fire pit. And I'm sorry if Josh took it personally, but it wasn't about Josh. It was about Georgia getting over her situation. Like, shh. Like, it's got, shut up, man. She needs to shut up.
You know, the thing that I was reading as well is the little response to the amount of times that Georgia S shouts at people. And that seems to be okay. Like, she can just while out. Sophie says 1, 2 things, and Sophie is the villain. Like, I'm actually sick and tired of this. Like, people really, they need to get a grip. Like, how are you painting Sophie as the villain in any way, shape, or form? It's just crazy. But yes, Georgia H does need to stop talking about it now, though. Like, we can't go into the episode today and she talks about Josh.
Again, I don't want to hear it. I actually don't want to hear it at all. And it was just like long. And like Sophie obviously was just like, why is she piping up? Like, I'm actually going to kick off if they keep talking about it. It's old news. And I believe her. I actually believe her. She was getting wound up. She was actually getting wild up, you know, but Georgia H was still continuing to talk. And it must have been a difficult conversation because obviously Jess was there with Georgia H and Georgia S. Do you know what I mean? So I imagine Jess probably asked a question and then Georgia S is kicking off, right? Yeah. Well, she's trying to be reasonable because Jess is a reasonable person, you know? So get a text, Alpaca basically reads out. She said that everyone's going to get calls from home. And then she drops to her knees, and people start crying. Like, I just don't know. Like, the crying was so dramatic, Like, Molly, Georgia S, like, what is going on? And the thing is, I think, like, Rochelle, you know, Sophie and Jess were looking at each other like,
what have we stumbled into? I was watching them all like, this is so embarrassing. I would first be stunned at people barling because I don't even know if Abacus truly was crying. I would be like, are they acting? And then after that, I'm bopping away. Like, you people are insane. They are actually insane. Like, you're crying, barling over news that you're going to get a video call.
Honestly,
that's insane.
It was so ridiculous. It seemed like pantomime. That's what it seemed like. It was also like they said 1, 2, 3, cry the hardest you ever cried.
Like, extreme reaction, girls. Extreme like, literally, oh my god. I'm literally like, Abacus, if this is an audition, you are not going to work again. This is the end of your career. This is terrible.
Honestly, so bad. So bad. Seriously.
But yeah, no, the way Sophie was just looking at them like, what? Like, well, she obviously didn't get the memo that they got to be over dramatic because she was just looking like, right, okay.
And I saw Jess join in and try to hug, but she was almost like on the outskirts, like trying to join in there. The boys are basically outside. They basically said, "Go outside and play." That's what they said. Basically, they made them skip rocks. Yeah, what was it? Do kick ups in a circle and drink beers.
Yeah.
Like, it was so
the level of we have no money for you people is just so dramatic. It's actually out of order.
Yeah, it really was. Okay, and then so Callum, Toby, and Josh have a bit of a conversation. Obviously, this is going to be about Georgia H again, and he's just basically telling them like the friendship is done. And that, do you know what I mean? Like, she was talking a lot and I had to leave it. Do you know what I mean? He wishes her all the best and everything like that. Josh is just like, like, he's not going to cry over spilt milk, man. It's done. If it's done, it's done. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think that was the main bit of it. Like,
Yeah.
Toby was talking about Georgia S and just saying that, you know, like, it was cringy, but I done it because I wanted to do it, kind of thing, because it makes her happy and that sort of thing. So yeah, it was that. That was it. Then we start to see some of the calls. Sophie gets a call from Rochelle and Marvin, which was really cute. I thought this was going to happen as well. I thought they were going to like lead into the celebrity. I'm doing celebrity with inverted commas.
Yeah.
Although Rochelle and Marvin are actual celebs, like UK standards, they actually are. Like,
and family.
And family. Yeah.
That is her sister.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that truly does make sense that she would speak to her.
Yeah.
And she was probably the realist as well of all of the things.
Yeah. She weren't trying to be fake, you know.
No.
Obviously, she's saying that her mum misses her and stuff. Sorry, Sophie does start crying a bit. She never usually cries, you know. They joke about, you know, Marv not being able to watch her sexy dancing and wanted to throw up. And Rush basically goes into it and just says, like, look, we just were a little bit concerned about what Josh's intentions were, because like when Joanna came in, didn't look good. You weren't looking good to us, but we can see that you guys are on the same page. But she does ask Sophie to clarify, like, do you like him? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? And Sophie's like, yeah, I do really like him. Like, we like the same food, same music, we go to the same places, all this kind of thing. So like, again, I feel like we're just not seeing a lot of their relationship and their time together. Rochelle just say, yeah, it does look like you have the same banter. So, you know, we'll see when he comes on the outside. As long as he's on the same thing when he comes out, all good. That was her message, really. Which just is perfect big sister. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was great. And Sophie just admitted that, you know, she's melting. She's a bit of ice cream, but she's melting. He's making her melt and stuff, which was kind of cute. So after each of these calls, they made them debrief, which was actually kind of annoying. I didn't like it.
What I know is nothing else was coming. Like the way how after everything we had watched, they had to debrief it. That's almost like soaps, isn't it? Like you have to recap over the drama. It's like there is no drama. So I was totally like, okay, this is going to be a slow one. And this is going to be a hard watch.
Honestly, and the fact that they didn't even, it was still the day by the time it ended. I know I'm jumping, but I was just like, this never happens. But they don't have enough footage because nothing's happening. But yeah, one thing I did notice when Sophie came out was that Georgia S hugged her for too long. It was just like, this is weird. It's like, okay, like Jess is her best friend, not you. So
and ran a bit like it. Yeah, Georgia's just a beg, you know. She really is. But I did notice that, like, actually, wouldn't you kind of hang back because Jess is truly her friend? Like, so you'd just wait a little bit in it. You'd let Jess get there, they hug, and then you'd probably step in. Yeah, I was like, she's too fast.
Way too fast.
Like, wants screen time. She's wants screen time all the time.
Yes,
so,
and she knows the beats.
Exactly. Sophie is going to be on screen because she just had her talk. Let me get in there first.
Basically, she's one of those type of people. Then we see Georgia S goes into her call, and that's with Danny Dyer, and they were actually on their season together, so kind of makes sense. Starts crying immediately. They talk about, like, you know, back in the day, like when they were on the show, that they actually used to have cats in the shower and help them get them through and everything like that. And, you know, Danny's just like, yeah, you was a bit of a wild one. Well, actually, you still are. Do you know what I mean? She's just like,
I felt like they're not friends. Like, obviously, like,
we're not proper friends.
No. I was totally like, I get it. Danny is a bigger name than probably any of Georgia's friends or family to get on there. They could have got other ex-Islanders who seem to be in her friendship circle. I mean, they even could have had Joanna do that call with her, because that is her brethren. I just, even when she was like, I didn't expect to see you. It's like, yeah, because that's not your brethren, really. Like, yeah, I was like, nah, I don't. Yes, exactly, Shantae May. I think Danny tolerates her. Yeah,
Mm,
I don't think they're in the same proper circle like that. For your at
mate.
home telephone call, I think she was just the most famous person that said yes.
Possibly, yeah. No, I believe it. I believe it's very, very plausible, mate. Seriously. Daddy did say, that she knew that Toby was for her, and he's a little boy on the edge. I don't know what that meant. Like, what?
That's not a compliment.
It's not. I was confused. I was
You're
actually
calling my man
confused.
a little boy.
But on the edge, on the edge. I mean, I
No.
know what it means, but I was just like, this is not a cool thing to say at all. Do you know what I mean? Because she was like, I want what you like. Georgia S was like, I want what you have, like, kids, married, all that kind of stuff. I didn't know that.
Danny Dyer's man in prison.
That's what I thought. Like, and is she married? I didn't think she was, but maybe she is.
Please, if anybody knows, because I swear,
Yeah.
Danny Dyer's life is not one to be harping after. Like, I was totally like, what you want? Like, her life is a mess.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
If she's got a lovely bed, cool.
I don't, and also as well, yeah, I'm not a fan. I can't lie, yeah, I'm not a fan of friends are like, oh, I want what you want. No. That's warning signs. That's always warning signs to me. Like, there's something in you that is externalizing your needs. Like, stop it. Do you know what I mean? Fix what's in you.
Okay, so Danny Dyer's first baby father is in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Danny is friends with Samira. I think the producers made her call. She's well liked, and they could drop in about Molly and Callum. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, makes sense.
Oh, okay. So Danny is dating a West Ham footballer now and has just had his twins.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Shauna's baby daddy got 9 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I did know that. It's a mad thing. So this is the thing. It's just like, babe, why are you commenting on stuff? You got bigger problems. You got bigger issues. Lord. I do like Shauna though, but like you got bigger things to worry about, mate.
9 years, I thought it was a little fraud thing, like it was coming out in 18 months. Wow. Okay.
Mad thing. mad thing. So yeah.
Amina Ford says maybe she was being shady. It's Georgia.
True. That's very true, actually, because you never know with her, innit?
Yeah.
And yeah, Danny was just like, maybe they go shady back and forth because Danny was just like, yeah, don't worry about public opinion. What? I really thought like, well, you shouldn't say it like that. Seriously, trust him.
Yeah. Basically, you're hated, but stick with Toby was what she said to her.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, she did ask. Yeah, she got asked, are Molly and Callum likely to get back together? Do you know what I mean? She was Georgia S. No, I think it's done. Do you know what I mean? So when Georgia S. comes back in, then you see the desperateness of Georgia H, because she tries to hug Georgia S, and like Georgia S pushes her away, almost like this is my moment.
Don't try and do my moves on me.
God, it was so awkward. It was so awkward, man. And then Georgia H was just like, oh, everyone loves Danny, loves her opinion, so it must be valid. What?
That was such a wild thing to say at that moment, when like all the pennies start dropping, like, okay, this girl is such like a consummate clout chaser. So you can imagine all of her friends, it's there in proximity to some type of fame that she seeks as well. So it was like, no, because who's listening to Danny Dyer?
Yeah.
Other than you people, like it's like
in your little bubble.
Yeah. It's like, she ain't the fountain of knowledge at all. Like
or opinion. Like nothing against the girl. I quite like Danny. Do you know what I mean? That, but and I love her dad. It's brilliant. Like, seriously, cool guy. But yeah, honestly, like you rocketed her up on a pedestal. Like, wow, I was not expecting that.
Venus said Georgia's reasoning stays being whack.
True story. True freaking story, man. Seriously. So C-list, they're less than C. You need to go down. They're not even C-list.
Like Danny wouldn't even be a factor if it wasn't for her dad. And
True.
even
She's
Peter's,
a nepo baby, isn't it?
yeah. So it's like, okay. But I guess within their kind of flipping Essex world, she probably is the princess. She probably does hold that. But still, her opinion wasn't anything. And I don't think she likes Georgia. Overall, she's like, they're not friends. So
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Georgia H, her call, she had Olivia Atwood and her partner Brad. Olivia was basically just gassing the thing, completely gassing the thing. Like, you're amazing, people really like you. Just like, you haven't seen our show, have you?
yeah.
It's a different side of the web. Like, Anton's such a nice guy. Like, you need Anton. Like, lean into this relationship. It's like giving her a warning. Like, don't freaking do what you normally do. Yes. Stay here. Like, serious. And then George's response was just like, "Oh, so how did the Casey situation go down?" I just thought, this bitch.
Again, delusional. Like, literally, Georgia can't help herself because most people would not have even have mentioned that. Like, to give the nugget of I so care what the public thinks of me. Like, they'll kind of hold back a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, Georgia S played it quite well to be not asking direct questions like, am I hated? But Georgia H, no, straight in there.
Would you guys?
Who even remembers Casey? Like, so that's still playing on their mind, really.
This is the thing. Who even remembers Casey? And this is anyway, it's ridiculous. She was just like, well, the thing that did make me laugh was, talking about his granddad and stuff, and they had a bit of a laugh like that about that. And then she asked about, Josh, like how that's come across, and Olivia was just like, Josh, I'm really disappointed in him. You've been loyal to him on the outside, and I would expect him to be the same back. And it's just like, oh, really? You couldn't give a little nuance, so maybe they edited it out. I don't know, but like, I know that's your friend, and I do believe they're friends, but like, you could have. It wasn't balanced.
I think it's white woman logic. I think it is. I have to do the speaking statement. I think that is white woman logic. There's a level of basically what she's saying is he should be lying to you and lying to everybody else to keep you safe in the villa. That's what she said.
No, that's it. Like, and it is difficult because it's like Olivia, I think, like, someone just put it that she is an actual all-star. She is, right? Do you know what I mean? She is one of the stars of Love Island for sure. Like, I would have liked her to say a bit more, do you know what I mean? And give like a balanced point of view. And actually, do you know what I mean? I guess like Georgia H is in a healing stage, so maybe you don't want to do that. But this is why, again, it just feeds into like, you shouldn't be here, babe.
No,
do you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't actually be here, because if people can't actually be honest, there's a problem. There's actually a problem. Like, you need
and also, are you actually even healing if you need to stay in a state of delusion? Then when is the realism going to take place so that you can actually transfer through the state that you're in of your trauma? If people are lying to you, you are going to stay traumatized. There's no proof, there's no light. So it is like, I don't like giving her the leeway of she's been through this traumatic experience, because that doesn't mean that you're devoid of any truth and people can't be honest with you.
Yeah.
And you then process the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
With your trauma as well. And it's like, she's not being a good friend. She should have been more like Rochelle and been honest.
Yeah.
And being like a bigger sister.
Yeah.
Like, you probably, he has his points, you have yours, and you probably
do you think,
need to talk about it.
Done better? Do you know what I mean? Like, like, obviously, you didn't like the way that come across, but what could you like done better? Because the only person you could change is yourself, right? Exactly. Do you know what I mean? So like, even if you feel like he's coming at you, like, what can you do to adjust? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's it. So
That was
It was disappointing.
yes, it was. That's exactly the word.
It was
That was
disappointing.
disappointing from Olivia. I did think she was I wish she was just a better broadcaster in a way. I thought she would have given a better kind of talk with her than she did. And yeah, it was the same delusion. And it's like that's actually not helpful to Georgia H at all. Now she's convicted in her I'm right on this.
Yes.
And the public,
she's righteous.
Yeah, the public are behind me on this as well.
Yes.
Like,
and
when
this is
come out,
you're gonna get a different effect. This is the thing. This is the thing. Oh, you remind me of something. The other thing, yes, the other thing that I thought was, it's just like, or they need to tell us Josh's history, because you guys are making out like he is such a bad man. He's done all these bad things. And I'm not saying that I don't think he's a saint. Definitely not that. Do you know what I mean? But what has occurred? What is apart from him bumping you off your table in a club? Do you know what I mean? Like, what has actually occurred? Because it's like he's getting villain status for something very basic, when actually, and the thing is, at the least, it's a misunderstanding. Do you know what I mean? It's not like he's being vicious, because she's painting it out that he has an ulterior motive, that he is out to get her. Do you know what I mean? That she can't be happy, that he is out to destroy any happiness that she can have. Do you know what I mean? And that is really unfair to Josh. I can't lie. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it is really unfair.
It is because he hasn't done any of that. He actually hasn't stated anything that she hasn't said herself. She even recounted at the beginning, yeah, I was a bit muggy to Anton. She has recounted that herself. So, you know, when you're like, but that's all he has said, is that Anton puts in way more into you than you do to him. Anton says that himself. She says that. So where is this, like, I need loyalty from him? So you want him to lie, is what you're asking. You want him to lie and you carry on your lie. And he's just like, no, because we can all see it. And everybody said it. It's actually like crazy. But I hated that her delusion had been backed up. I was like, that is really bad. That's really bad behavior.
Yeah, I didn't like that too. Brad, Olivia's partner, came in and he was just like, you know, he thinks that Molly and Callum might get back together. They want basically given, do you know what I mean? Like the view that the public want them back together. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But Olivia, the only one thing she did say to Georgia was that when they were doing the vote, so the couple game, that you know, you need to bring those walls down. You need to, do you know what I mean? Like, be open to Anton more and that sort of thing. After watching that, I literally thought, Josh is going to go. Josh and Sophie are going to go. I don't think they're going to make it to third place. I think this is a campaign to get them out as soon as possible, and I'm worried for them, basically.
No, I feel you. I am a bit as well. We have to see what takes place next, but I do think that they may not make it to the final.
I wouldn't be surprised. So debriefing on that, so Georgia H is obviously super excited. Olivia was on the loose women panel, you know, do you know what I mean? They like Anton for me. Do you know what I mean? And she talked a little bit about Molly, saying that, you know, they think you and Callum are probably going to get back together. Molly was just shocked, like, why? Why? Like, do you know what I mean? And then Georgia S pipes up, I got that from Danny too. So why the fuck didn't you say that then? Do you know what I mean?
She's probably going to wait until they all get round the fire pit and then she would drop that in. Like, you know, Georgia S was waiting for her moment to really do that with Venom. She was probably pissed at Georgia H for saying it like that.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, exactly. And then she said, so Georgia H was then just saying, like, obviously had to ask about the Josh situation. You didn't, but you did. No. Do you know what I mean? And they were just saying, she was just like reiterating that, you know, they're saying it's disappointing to see what he's been saying and everything like that. And it's just nice to know that someone watching from the outside thinks the way I think about it. Do you know what I mean? And Sophie was just like, wait, what? That's what you think again? I love Sophie for this. I can't lie. And she's just like, Georgia H was just like, well, if he's intent on like speaking negatively about my relationship and make other people think so I'm just like, this girl thinks that Josh has gone out of his way to speak negatively on her relationship and is trying to convince other people that their relationship ain't that they don't have their own mind. They can't see it, you know.
Yeah,
He has
yeah.
to convince them. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
That's the new spin. Because you see how that
It's
wasn't how it
unfold.
was before.
Yeah.
Before it was, oh, people are talking and he's the only
Mhm.
one that's going to voice it. And now it's turned into Josh has been talking about it with other couples and
Mhm.
trying to poison them. And it is like, you literally just put a new spin on it. You've
Honestly,
decided that this is what has taken place and nobody has ever even told you that.
at
It's very
all,
crazy.
at
You
all.
never know that. Abacus could have told her that.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's actually true. It's really true. And Sophie's just like, look, obviously, I understand it's a lot for you. I love Sophie, but at the same time, I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. Like, can we stop talking about it? Jordan is just like, yeah, well, I've just had a convo, and Sophie's just like, yeah, but we had a convo at the spa. I'm having a convo now. Do you know what I mean? Like, can we be done, or like, what is it? Like, kind of get to the point of what you want to say. And I think Molly, you know, jumps in. She's just like, look, I don't think he's playing a game, because George H was alluding to again, like there's ulterior motives. And Molly's like, nah, I don't think he's playing a game. Molly shuts it down, essentially. Yeah. Queen Molly, basically, shuts it down. And she was like, yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, aren't they? Like, you know, can't really argue with that. Sorry, Gilda, thank you so much. Please, can you guys book the like button? Please, if you like what we do, book the like button. I need to make a song out of that. Any comments before we move
on? Sonia asking for us to collect with Daily Dio. Maybe we could do that tomorrow when we sort out a time.
That'll be sick. Need to think. I think I tried to find your contact details, Daily Dial, but I couldn't. So if you could hit us up, please.
Inbox us, because then we could work out a time for tomorrow. So we have someone on Monday, so tomorrow would be the next day. Oh, sorry, what did I do there?
No worries.
Everything has been said, you know, so far. Other than Muna has told us that First Look is out.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll get to that in just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so then Jess, it's her friend Demi Sims. So this is another one of the best friends. This was like a quite light, fun conversation.
Yeah.
That you've got the hottest guy in the villa. Just enjoy yourself. Go wild, girl. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Like, let your hair down, kiss the guy, like, have fun. Essentially, that was that conversation. And basically, the only thing she did mention was that there's a lot of circulation online about like Callum and Molly getting back together. And but she did say that actually, but she has seen clips of Cal saying to her, like, you know, saying about her that how much he enjoys her company and stuff and everything like that. So she got nothing to worry about. And Jess was just a little bit concerned that she, you know, she doesn't want to be this hated person if she's standing in the way of true love. And I was just like, this is why I like Jess.
I know. And I'm so surprised because I was like, why are they throwing the twins in? But definitely, it's a shame that Jess wasn't there from earlier on. And I actually think she would have brought a lot more to the show as well if we had more time with her. And I think there's more to her than they've allowed. But still, I am like, no, I kind of like this girl. I like her. She's sensible. She's not delusional.
Yes.
And she's just doing her thing. And I think that is what you would think. You would be like, oh no, is my storyline now turned into I'm the Grinch that's stopping this? I liked that they kept all of that in. And her just being light and breezy about it. Like, you know, she didn't turn into a flipping anxious cat and no, what's going on? Like, it was
everyone hates me. And she's nice. She's just nice. She's just a nice person. It's cool. So that was cute. Then they had Molly, and sorry, the music threw me off so bad. Yeah, they had an acoustic version of 50 Cent's track. I can't remember what it's called. Is it called Best Friend? I don't know. But did you hear it? Do you remember?
I actually I've been meaning to say it for a while. Like, this music person they have is an apprentice. Like, it's bad.
It's bad.
I don't care, man. This is like some work experience done. This is crazy. Like, It's not good.
It really isn't. Molly is in bits. Her best friend Sophie, she's in bits. She's crying, shaking hard. But sorry, Nelly the dog is there too. We know how people love their dogs. Do you know what I mean? Crying hard, shaking.
I believed her though. Like, I don't know. Like, Abacus, his emotions, I just think are just like over the top. But Molly, I was like, all right, calm down. Like, literally, it's just a dog. But still, like the way she was so upset, I was like, oh, look at her. Or she's a brilliant actress, but I was like, that seemed like real tears and real emotion.
Yeah, she was definitely moved. Sophie tells her, oh yeah, she did win custody of the dog. Yes, Sonia, she did. Yeah, they need to pay that. Sophie tells her that her mum and dad, that Molly's mum and dad love Tom. They think he's really nice, and they like that he's doing all the things that Callum wouldn't. I'm just like, oh, was my Callie, was he a bit of a Grinch?
Your Callie was an arsehole, I think. I'm joking. I don't think he was an arsehole. I just think he's a bit stoic.
Yeah.
Too stoic for Molly. I think she wanted like a doting man, and I don't think that is him. No. Really. And yeah, so you know. Oh, Shantae May says, I have a dog and cried all night the other day when he was with my mum.
Oh,
you know what? Okay, I've never had a dog, so I don't want to poo-poo this because I respect you, Shantae. But this is interesting to me that people get so emotional about their dogs.
Honestly, I mean, I have a cat, but like, cry or not, no. But I do love my cat, though. I don't know. I don't really talk about him to people because they don't get it, so I don't bring it up. But I feel like dog love. Have you
cried over your cat before?
Huh?
Have you cried over your cat before?
No, I wouldn't. I've been emotional, yeah, for sure. And like, I feel like, yes, I get you, Shantae. Yeah, I think like cats are so independent. That's why I like them. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like dogs, like, I don't know. They're so needy. Like, they're so needy. Okay. My cat's name's Honey. His full name is Sir Honey Huntington.
What's on your Barley said, cats don't care.
No, sometimes they don't. I can't lie. But the thing is, like, cats are like so they're consenting animals, right? No, they're consenting animals. So like, if they don't want to be touched, they don't want to be touched. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't force them to do things. Like, it doesn't work. Oh, Jesus. I keep dropping things. It doesn't work. But cats, dogs are too needy. Yes, they know. They're too needy for me. Like, I can't. And like that constant, they can't even go toilet by themselves. It's so annoying. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, cat, you can, yes, they have boundaries. Yes. yes. And yeah, that's why I like them. They have boundaries, which is very close to my heart. I love a boundary. I love it.
Oh my God. Dogs are babies. I'm just, I don't know, yeah. Maybe cat, I've got to spend a bit of time with a dog.
Do you know what? Yeah, I can't lie. Before I had Honey, I'd never had a pet. So like, I've completely changed. Like, pre-Honey, I would not even be talking about any animal like that at all. Like, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I suspect it probably is something like that. From people that I know that absolutely love their dogs, they are always like, you don't. There's something else that you'll get from a dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? And it's like, yeah, no, the level of love and loyalty. And it's like, okay, I don't know. But I haven't experienced it. So maybe once I do, I'll be able to understand a little bit more. But those tears that she shed, I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'd need to be away from my boys for like a month and I haven't seen them. But maybe, yeah. I don't know if I'd bar like that though.
No, you probably would because it's different. It's different. I mean, your children are children. This is the other thing, yeah. Animals are not children. I don't care.
But she was bawling like, I don't know. I can't think of a scenario where I would, but maybe I need to experience it, and then I'll be like, no, for real. I get what those emotions are, but it was a lot. I was like,
yes,
really, a little dog in it.
Cats are clean. Yes, they are. Yes, cat. Yeah, because you feed them. Yeah.
Oh my God, Daily Dio.
Oh. It's disgusting. Okay, I didn't even need to read that.
Yeah, I know. I can't read it out, but yeah. I mean, you guys, wherever you're watching us, you should just come into the YouTube chat.
Amina says I have too many dogs, and I wish they grew up and leave like my kids did.
I can imagine, because dogs are around for time, innit?
They are. But so are cats, though. Seriously.
So dogs are clean if you are clean. Okay.
Okay. Fair.
Right.
Fair. Oh no. Emma said my cat was stuck in the electric room for 8 days. I cried too hard thinking he was missing, dead somewhere, or run over. Oh my god.
Oh.
This is the thing, like, and I can't, like, I've been told I'm not allowed to speak about it around him, but like, well, obviously they don't live as long. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't talk to people about it. But like,
well, how long do cats live?
Like 30, like maybe 10, 13 years if you're lucky.
Oh, wow, okay. I don't know why. Maybe it's just those one cat that I used to see all the time at my mum's.
Yeah.
He felt like he had been around for as long as I was living there.
Yeah.
Like 30 odd years. Like literally.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, but maybe they just got the same, because I wouldn't know. Ooh. They could have just got the same breed.
Yeah, they may have. Oh my god! I think this conversation more interesting in the episode. I mean, for real. You would have said that someone European people don't like cats. Nigerian people, full stop. Yeah, for them to like cats is like wow. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
like it's not a no thing. And literally, I only got my cat because I had some pipe work done in my apartment, and I had mice. And I was just like, I can't do mouse traps. I can't do that. And like, I was just like, I need to find I guess it's a funny word, but a humane way to get rid of them. And someone suggested a cat. I was just like, are you sure? But okay, cool. So that's the only reason. Otherwise I wouldn't. But I got a bougie one in it. My cat's beautiful. He's gorgeous.
Oh,
they can live to 20 years.
My friend actually, my friend Nadine, when she got her cat, it was kind of similar. Like, she wasn't, somebody just suggested a cat.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it was the same, like a mouse problem.
Yeah.
And now she's probably had about 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But again, we're very similar, but not into pets. So when she got into her cats, I was like, this is so strange, maybe.
Serious.
I don't even know now, because I don't think Russell is going to be up for any type of a pet. Maybe a little dog. If we get a bigger house, maybe.
Yeah. But the commitment to the dogs is too much. Seriously. So
the little ones.
Emma always said Stepmom calls them witches. It's proper.
Yeah. But I stayed with a cat, and I did think cats are very special. Like, I understand why cats have that thing of being with witches.
Serious?
There was something mysterious about this cat, and so their independence shocked me.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I can see why you would be an aid. And there's something in their eyes, like,
because they reflect the way they reflect.
I think they are little spiritual things.
You think?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you live with one.
Yeah. What does that mean? What are you trying to say? Am I a witch? Seriously, Shayna, I want to get a British short hair, but I'm scared it'll scratch me and my baby and my furniture. To be fair, a British short hair, my cat is half British short hair, and half Bombay. He's beautiful, but I would get a British short hair if I get another one. I would get a British short hair actually.
And your cat just does its thing as well.
Yeah, he's friendly.
Yeah,
and like. You can cut their nails. You have to be careful. If they're going to be indoor cut, you can cut their nails, but you have to be careful. They'll show you there's special scissors. And you cut them down. But they don't scratch. And in my experience, they don't scratch unless they're startled, or in fear. Like, do you know what I mean? They're not going to scratch you on purpose. And like, people think like sometimes they're playing. So my cat has a game where he tries to touch my hands. And he has to touch like you do with a kid.
Yeah.
You put your hands, you get them to touch your hands. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. My cat does that. Like, but like sometimes the nails might be there, but
Peter has asked, do you think Georgia H has a cat? And Abner says
I
in
don't know.
Ghana they think cats belong to witchy witches. Yeah, definitely. But I think that's everywhere. That mythology is everywhere around the world. That
Yeah.
a witch has a cat because they see into other dimensions. Definitely, I think so.
Yeah. No, I hate MO. Yes. So if you have an outdoor cat, I think leave their nails alone because they need to defend themselves. But I can't lie, my cat is a pussy. Like seriously, there's always cats in the front.
Oh, remember the other day when the cat was crying and you could
Oh
hear
yeah,
it?
yeah.
That cat was in beef. Remember I told you about the one that rules the road?
Yeah.
It was stuck under a car, and the one that rules the road wouldn't let it go. Like, so he was crying under the car. Yeah.
The other cat's bullying him.
Cats are the cats around here are crazy, but I live in East London, so they have to be because they got 5 foxes. It's the jungle out here.
Not 5 foxes. No, they're bougie. There's a couple bullies, but my cat, yeah, my cat's a pussy, old man. He'll just run home. He just runs home. Seriously, you see the thing walking. But anyway.
Get here.
I know. We nearly rounded up anyway the episode. So yes. So Molly basically, so her friend Sophie basically asked her, like, you know, how's it living with Callum? Do you know what I mean? Like, is that chapter fully closed? She's like, yeah, of course it's fully closed. Kind of like, why'd you ask? And she's basically saying like the whole of the UK wants you guys to get back together. She's been inundated. You can see there was a little bit more behind that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's probably paparazzi outside the house or some shit. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so it was a kind of nice conversation. Then we see Alpaca and her friend Charlotte, and I just thought, fucking hell, as soon as possible. I was just like, you see, when you see depth of a room, yeah, you just know what you're dealing with. The 2 huge library style bookcases. I was just like, nah, you're just flexing because there's absolutely no reason to do that angle at all. Like, you know, Rochelle's house and Marvin's house is fuck off massive, but they chose a corner. That's what they done because why be so audacious? Like, do you know what I mean with it? It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And yeah, she was talking about, oh, you know, I've had so much support. Everyone loves you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're finally getting a happy ending. I was just like, I can't get over how, if you guys have been friends since you're 18, this woman looks 10 years older than you. Like, what's happened? What's going
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they could have been. I can imagine she may hang out with older people. I could imagine that for her.
Yeah,
that taking place. But again, how much are they friends? Like, she just told her everything that she would want to hear.
Yeah,
that you're loved and people think you're doing really well, and it's like, is that truly the truth?
Again, it's true. This is not.
Daily Dad said, I thought that was her great aunt.
Shantae saying the same
thing. I don't know if they are this. No, she said her brethren, innit?
No, it's her friend. It's her best friend. It's her best friend.
Yeah. I did think
they don't look
more like okay, so you're like maybe a new money into this set of people, because we don't know Arabella's family, but maybe they are rich or something. But it just felt like this girl was clean flexing and is just going to tell Arabella everything that she wants to hear.
Yeah,
I don't know if they truly are friends like that. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they are, but like, I was just like, well, Arabella's aged well. If this is your peer group, she's aged well. She has.
I mean, there is that set of the 30s that can be crazy for them. Like, you know, like their aging starts to accelerate, and then that's when they start doing more surgery and stuff. So Arabella,
it was all in her neck as well. It was all in the neck. Yeah. Like, I know it sounds like being harsh, but sometimes it is a little bit shocking. Peter says that alcohol catches up to a lot of people in the face.
So it's true. Sometimes, like, and the sun, being out in the sun a lot, like.
She don't look like she's out in the sun. She looks like the opposite of.
No, like she may have been in her youth.
Previously, she looks like
because if she's older than her and she's known her since she was 18. So what? She was 30, hanging around with an 18-year-old.
No, that's crazy. They might be the same age, but I think Arabella looks young for age. Someone just said Z6221. Yeah. She looks young for age.
I think she looks how a 33-year-old should look.
Absolutely actually. Not. Absolutely not.
Her should look. That's how they should.
Arabella, you think?
Yes, that's
how
they.
Have you been out there?
I don't think she looks particularly like.
You need to go. You need to go to a regular stage. No, not even a stage.
No, I know they don't look like that, but that's how they should just be looking. That's how they should be aging.
Yes, yeah, but no. And I was thinking, actually, has Arabella also? She does not look like she's had a lot of work done at all either. No. Do you know what I mean? She looks like naturally youthful.
Yes.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
maybe a bit of Botox.
But, maybe, but nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Yeah, nothing at all.
Nothing crazy.
Shantae May says Arabella is my age and she looks older than me. And I would probably think that is factual. But that's how they should look at 33. Not how they are looking, but they should just look like Arabella.
Like Arabella. I'm just going to bring up first look. And her network was rubbish. Yeah, but she's rich. Does it need to be good? It needs to be good. She went to the West Wing and was just like, fuck it. Let's do it in the library.
On BT like me. There's something wrong with BT.
Nah, I was going to go too far.
Maybe it's her manager or agent. Could be something like that.
She said it's her friend.
Yeah, she did say her friend, but maybe it is more of a manager. Why is the brethren getting all of the calls? I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. There was something about it where I was like, I'm not sold on this interaction.
I've never seen her with it. Can you imagine them going out as well with Toby? It's not adding up. Everybody else's made sense. Hers didn't make sense. Like Molly and her friend made sense.
Yeah.
I believe you guys. I believe that you're a friend.
I think Sonia Barley has it. I think it is. I think it's like her manager or agent, or it's her billionaire connect. Yeah, something like that. Her mentor. Maybe that's why they look similar. Maybe Arabella.
Mentor. Like her buddy, you know, when you go to school, you have like a big sister. Yeah. She was the one that was running the dorm when she started. Head girl.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They look more like the friends. Like, I think, what do you call it? Arabella's the exception. She's the exception.
Buddha says her friends look like a white 33-year-olds though. She looked older though.
She does look older. She looks like she's our age.
That would be interesting if they were all out and Toby was there. Like, that's crazy. Ghislaine Maxwell.
Why can I see it though? I can see it.
I'm there with you, and I know, Shantae, where you're taking this. Yes. Yes. I could see Arabella being a part of a similar type of a crew.
Oh my God. Ooh. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, definitely. It's what happens, man.
Mate. Okay, let's look at first look.
Yes. I hope you guys are booping that like button.
I know, innit? Please.
There's a lot of you in here. Please, let's get to 100 by the time we end this live.
Okay, it's only 1:36. Okay.
Silent First Look, sponsored by Google Pixel 8.
The public are, for some reason,
backing Callum and Molly getting back together.
Liv didn't say it.
Why is she speaking?
But Brad said it in the background, basically.
Obviously, something's been seen then.
It was brought up in mine, it was brought up in Molly's, and it was brought up in the one with Jess and Demi.
Yeah.
I think you've got to remember the public love Molly.
And they love Callum.
The public love Callum. Obviously, the public are like, they're backing it.
God, I know what they're talking about. You're not human.
My opinion shouldn't matter to use. You are so comfortable in your relationship. My opinion should not matter to use for it to break down or intend to break down. It's irrelevant.
Why is it so necessary
so would I not
to give
be
such a negative opinion
can
about
I
my
speak?
relationship at this
Can
stage?
I finish speaking? Can I finish speaking?
It's like, no, because our relationship isn't even that bad. And your opinion's
Can I finish speaking or not?
All you say is, can I finish speaking? I've just let you speak for ages.
No, you didn't let me finish my sentence. You butted in straight away.
Where's the crystal?
So, I'd be a bad friend lying to you. That's what I'd be. But no, because I'm being honest, I'm being a bad friend.
Now you're being a bad friend saying everyone's talking about me, but you can't tell me who and what.
You butted in
That
again.
is what a bad friend does.
You
Do you know what? It's not butting in, it's having a fucking two-way conversation, darling. That's what it is.
You butted in.
Who's she talking to?
He shouldn't even bother.
Who's she talking to?
The fact that this is still being spoken about, this has been literally every day this week.
Oh my God, I'm over. I'm so over it. Yeah, I'm feel like Sophie right now. I'm bored.
Yeah. Josh needed to be like, no, we don't have to talk about this again. it's okay. All right, is that what Olivia said? Cool, love her. Keep it moving.
She's rude, you know. She's rude. She's rude.
That's called a two-way conversation, darling. At that point, again, I'm just getting up and leaving.
Do you know what I mean? Who are you talking to? You need to relax. You've been my friend for 10 years.
Georgia,
and you're talking to me like that.
She's aging rapidly too. She is.
What's that?
Georgia H is too old for this. She's aging rapidly.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Georgia H is moving like Shirley from EastEnders. Oh God, it's a lot. She must be bored.
It is. She must be bored. She must be bored. Yes. It's Charlene. How do I say that? Atori. Says Josh needs to treat her how Callum treats Georgia S. Yes, exactly. Do you know what I mean? You need to learn from Callie, man.
But you know, with Josh, there's probably a level of I can't go hard on her.
Yeah.
But it is relentless. At this point, it is like it's akin to stalking. It's like just leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
How many ways does he have to say it to you? Like, I'm just being honest. It's just my opinion. And exactly that. Why do you even care? If you don't agree or you think my opinion's wrong, leave me alone, innit?
This is it. No one's doing like big campaign trying to convince. He doesn't have to convince anybody because they think the same thing. He doesn't have to. Do you know what I mean?
He hasn't even been talking about it anymore. It's like she brings it up.
Oh my God, she's so annoying. And she's there interrupting. Like, where's her freaking crystal? Her talking crystal. She needs to bring that.
Emma O says, as Nicole Davis said in her review, I don't think they were friends. They used that word for no reason. They've known each other for 10 years and slept together. That's the friendship. Come on.
Yeah, agree.
That's basically it.
Agree.
Why is Tom in this cast? He's such a lemon. You know, I was thinking that long clip of Tom where he's sitting there pensive. Can you imagine like just one person in his brain, like just being like, we've got to think of something to say. Like, one person trying to take over. You know, nothing was going through his mind, did it? Like, he's so vacuous.
No, yeah, bless him. Bless him. He doesn't want to be taken for a mug. But like Arabella and Georgia H are out of order. They're fucking out of order.
You see that? See that? Of course Arabella had to jump in front of her.
She did. Yeah. She is. And that's Molly's her friend. What the hell?
It's supposed to be her best friend in there. She said that a couple of times. Little shit stirrers, like really. But obviously, because Jess didn't react how production wanted her to be now scared and all anxious, they had to elevate it and put it on Tom.
Yeah.
So Tom has to call him out and be like, are you two doing something?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You can't let this thing in. Hopefully this
break that crystal. Shantae May says, I think she's pushing him to say he's jealous and wants her. That's what she wants.
Yeah.
She wants Josh to break down.
Yeah. Be like, oh, I just had feelings for you because, like, you know, you blocked me, so I've had to move on. I don't even like Sophie. That's what she wants to do. Yeah. Peter's cracking me up. I can't.
Peter said Arabella moves like she's part of a debate club, just talking, giving points of views. Like, just shush, man.
Honestly, she's always talking. Seriously. Yes, he does. Immature reviewer. Yes.
You just love Sophie. Yeah, I do actually really believe that Josh is firmly into Sophie.
Yeah.
And I think of this season, if there's going to be anybody that is going to last past Christmas, it's those two.
You think?
It's just those two, but probably not even. But they will, I think they will last the longest out of these.
We're in February, you know? Like, that's a long time.
Yeah, I think they could get through the summer together.
I don't know. I don't know about that. The thing is, again, as I always say, their relationship needs supervision. So, do you know what I mean? As long as they got supervision, they'll be fine. Josh and Sophie. But without it, I don't know, mate.
Yeah, at this moment, though, we do need Georgia H and Anton to just go home soon.
Yeah, come on, guys.
I can't
do the right thing.
Yeah, I can't see this girl anymore. She needs to go.
I needed to get a reality check. That's the thing. The thing is, it's just like, I'm just so, I don't know. I really don't know. Because, like, I feel for her. I do. In terms of, like, do you know what I mean? What she's been through. I do feel for her.
Yeah.
But, like, this behavior is just sending me the other way. Because it's just like, girl, like, you have been almost on the receiving end of people like misunderstanding or not believing you and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know what that feels like. So why would you do that to your friend? It's weird.
Yeah. And continuously, definitely.
Yeah.
There is a large part of that. And to say, like, I am allowing you to talk when the dude says 5 words and then you jump in.
Not cool, man.
I mean, he was good. I would have just got up.
Yeah.
We're actually not talking about this again.
Actually, no, I wouldn't have get up at all. I would probably start speaking from my diaphragm. We're keeping it real. Jimmy Benjamin, good morning to you too, sir. Hope you're all right. Okay, guys, I think that's a wrap, no?
Yeah.
For today. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you. We'll be back again tomorrow. What time tomorrow are we doing? I can't remember.
It's probably late afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit later. We'll confirm. Make sure you're following us so you get the right time. Make sure you're following us. Yarlies Can Never on Instagram, but also on YouTube. Yarlies Can Never, NanaEvans.com, and Hey, it's Sade Salami. All of our links are in the description box below, so you can click on all of them. Make sure you book the like button too. Replay Gang. Leave us your comments as well. Love them. And guys, and share with like-minded people. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Lady Dio, please send us a message and let's try and do this live tomorrow. Yeah. Hopefully it works with your timings, innit?
And then, so then we'll announce our guest for Monday tomorrow. Yeah, we have a guest for Monday, so as well. Okay, cool. All right, guys, have a great day. It's the weekend. Have fun. See you later.
Enjoy.
Bye.